Full Court Press.
There is no stopping this team.
The Aggies, the Jazz, the high schools. If it's the sport you care about, we're talking about it.
Merrill for the lead. He's got it!
It's the Full Court Press with Eric Frandsen and Ajay Salvesen.
I'd hate to see how you balance your checkbook.
I'm telling you, I'd hate to see you general manage a team.
Y'all getting paid millions to act like...
The Full Court Press on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
I don't know why we...
It really was a good idea for him to bring us cookies.
Yeah.
Smart to kiss
He's
up
gonna
the
owe
last
us
day
more
before
now.
the boss comes back.
Yeah. He's not going to get a good report card either.
Maybe we shouldn't say anything about the cookies because then Eric's going to want some.
You need to be roll on this, by the way.
I am rolling.
Oh, okay. You said you weren't.
I am now.
Oh. That's great. That's great. Cody, we got some work with you. We'll get there one day, Cody. Right now, you're
sometimes
like back when the Patriots were really good.
Oh, here we go.
And we are going to send a tribute to my guy,
Stop the timer. It took about 15 seconds.
Okay.
AJ.
Man, I would have taken
and you know
taken the under, and
Okay,
you would have made me a
You know what? We'll go
fortune.
Utah Jazz. You are like, you're Shannon Anderson. You have so much potential, but you just suck so bad right now. And what we need you to do is to get from Shannon Anderson to Byron Russell talent. We need to get you to Brian Russell.
I would have been able to hit
Shannon
the buttons
Anderson.
if someone didn't come in late and distract me.
Okay, so wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Me walking into the door distracted you from pushing the buttons?
Well, yeah, because he's not going to start the show until you bark out commands to him. So he was doing what he's supposed to, taking his commands.
I know. Yeah, start the show, man. Oh, shoot.
Just double checking. Maybe you had some last minute notes for him.
Dude, his poor wife is like, she's probably at home crying because she's like, what a bunch of jerks.
Hey,
like,
bad news for you again. I heard that she's a huge fan of the AJ McCall show.
Well, who isn't? I'm a fan of the AJ McCall show when I'm there.
When I'm there. Hey, okay, hold on. So this is Full Court Press. That's Ajay Salvesen. I'm AJ Knight. Cody's on the board. Did I ever tell you when I went to China? So fun fact, Ajay fills in whenever I or McCall are gone on my morning show, on my show, because this is Ajay's show.
You can tell because the ratings go completely down.
So 2 years ago, I went on an Asian trip. I went to China, I went to Japan, and I went to South Korea. So Ajay filled in. I was gone 9 days. Ajay filled in for me, and apparently you guys got into a discussion about Star Wars, and you just roasted.
Oh man,
absolutely roasted.
I do remember this.
The fan base, right? So he roasts the fan base. I come back to an email that says, I'm an avid fan of the AJ and McCall show, but I can't believe AJ would say those things about Star Wars fans. A lot of people like those movies, and he was a real jerk. I will never listen again. And I just wrote back, I was in Asia. And then we don't know that person ever. I mean, I hope they saw the email, but I got roasted. And I was like, I wasn't even here. I was 1,500 miles the other direction.
I bet you they listened the next day.
Oh, I hope so.
It is AJ Knight, Ajay Salvesen, Cody Olsen on the board doing a great job. Cody, thank you so much for being here again, man.
Hey, you're welcome.
It's awesome to have you.
And I'm only half saying that because of the cookies.
Yeah, so the only reason why we like having you back right now is because your wife made these cookies.
Yeah, she gets me in places.
So,
she's
Mrs.
good
Olsen,
networking.
if you're listening, thank you so much.
Are these peanut butter?
No, those are Snickerdoodle.
Man.
What's this one?
That's a chocolate chip. I'll get your all. Okay, hey, do you know what? I'll trade you 2 Snickerdoodle for 2 chocolate chip.
No, I'm good.
I'll trade. Okay, we'll do a little bit of trading. If you want to text into our Gil Mortgage text line, you know the drill. 435-339-0321. It is now open for you to text in. 435-339-0321. Cody and AJ will keep us up to date on the text coming through. Love to have you guys here. Join in on the show, participate, conversation, discussion, questions, concerns. And if you're an Aggie fan, there might be a tad bit of concern on the Utah State basketball side.
Oh, boy.
Another guy entering the portal. Utah gets a Mountain West Conference cat, and he's a really good one, too. Really, really good ball player, and Craig Smith just hits a gem on that one. We're going to talk some Utah Jazz basketball. They win over the weekend. Is Donovan Mitchell getting the love he should be getting as an MVP conversation, as the best team in the league? We'll talk about that. We're also going to get into my man, Julian Edelman retired today. About around 3 o'clock Mountain Time, he retired today. We're going to talk, is he a Hall of Famer?
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up because I have interesting perspective on
Okay,
this.
and I want to hear that.
But in honor of Julian Edelman and Patriots non-fans puking everywhere, I say 11 seconds for number 11.
And then, jeez, Major League Baseball updates. We'll get into that. My Braves got screwed over.
You said they're not making it anyway, so you're happy, right?
Someone's getting into the Hall of Shame on our From the Bleachers podcast
already
this
preemptively.
Week. Yes.
We just did.
Someone's making it.
Decision's made. It's not even out until Saturday. That's fair.
I've already made
it. It
is a first ballot Hall of Shame.
By the way, a little promotion. I think our last episode we had was
can you
awesome.
tell the so some of the audience needs to know about that. We do have some Mustang fans listening to the show. Give me what you got, AJ, on that podcast.
So Ajay and I have a podcast, From the Bleachers podcast. We do it once a week. It's shared on the fan Facebook page, 1069 The Fan. So if you follow that, you'll see it. But this week we talked about politics and sports. Not the specific politics, but the influence of politics and sports, especially over the last half decade. And it was a really great conversation. Ajay talked about some of his experience in high school and what he thinks has changed and not changed in terms of high school and college athletics. My dad was actually on. Talked about what he's seen in terms of his lifetime as a sports fan, and then even weighed in on what he feels like it would be like to be a parent now of a kid in sports and social media. Then we had former Mountain Crest wrestling great Luke Lofthouse was on. He talked about the changes he's seen in sports because he was a star at Mountain Crest, and he went to Iowa, which is a powerhouse if you don't know anything, Iowa University at wrestling. And then he was a coach at UVU. And he talked about the changes he's seen. He weighed in on some of the bigger topics right now facing the sport of wrestling, including girls in wrestling and transgender sports. And then Ajay and I decided when and if we would transfer if we were, of course, the star athletes that we think of ourselves
that's right.
as.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
it was great. We had great interviews, really great conversation. If you haven't listened to it, I would recommend
excited about
it.
our draft podcast. That's going to be
good
absolutely
too.
really good. It's going to be really fun. Again, if you want to text into the show, 435-339-0321 to text into the Gil Mortgage text line. Cody, where are we going to start?
Yeah, we're going to start off a little bit with Mountain West transfer portal news. Like it or not, Utah State's Marco Anthony has recently entered the transfer portal, and there's a lot of other people shifting around the Mountain West.
Not the 4 for 4.
So
we're done.
It's over.
It's over, guys.
It's over.
Okay, so let's start here. So Marco Anthony leaves. Max Shulga, by the way, is back. He's left the transfer portal to come back to Utah
That's some
State.
good news.
And this time it's personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody prepare a statement
What
just
is
in
your
case.
problem?
Somebody prepare a statement just in case 4673 texts back in and asks what happened to Marco Anthony. We might just want to be ready for that.
By the way,
we just might want to be ready for that. That's all I'm saying.
Get them.
So let's talk Marco Anthony first. You lose a kid who's a transfer from Virginia, comes to Utah State, starts in his first year, does really, really well. I mean, hammers it. It kind of an awkward shot, but consistently put up good amount of points for you. Shot well. I guess he shot not great from the free throw line, but could get to the hoops so easily.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like you really saw him really come into his own, especially late in the season.
Mountain West,
he seemed really emerge as kind of a leader of the team.
The Mountain West Conference portion of the schedule, Marco was great.
Yeah.
Marco was phenomenal.
It's what it looked like on the court.
Yeah, Marco is really, really, really good. And that's what's good. And by the way, the best thing about Marco is his defense. Marco could guard you with the big body. And that's what's going to hurt us the most, is that defensive, that having that impact as a defensive guy is just going to murder it. And that's what I'm worried about, because now you got to go look for somebody defensively besides Brock Miller. You need another guard that's going to be able to handle the backcourt. And because there's a lot of athleticism in the Mountain West Conference in regards to guards.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have to find someone who can match up, and it's going to be tough.
9315 says, Ajay, your Shulga talk made him come back? ?
No. I am not taking any credit for this. I'm staying the heck out of this one.
All right. I, as also Ajay, will say yes.
Hey, that's not your job.
It is all me that brought him back.
That's not your job.
It is my job.
That's not your
I'm
job.
Ajay's alternate. I'm your stunt double.
So here's what's going on. Raleigh Worcester right now is in the transfer portal. More on that in just a moment. Alfonso Anderson's also in, Kuba, Zahar, and Marco Anthony. Let's see. Namish Ket is going to the NBA draft. Right? So you lose Marco Anthony, but you get Shulga back in now. Raleigh's an interesting one. So there was rumor that he wanted to go to Utah. I don't have an official thought on that. I don't have anything official on what he's exactly going to do from the transfer portal if he had a plan. if it was to go to Utah, you've got a major problem now. David Jenkins Jr., the athletic guard who averaged, I think, Cody, help me out here. I think he averaged 18 points at UNLV, is now transferring from UNLV to Utah. So their guard line at the University of Utah looks like this as of right now. I have a list of it. And it is currently Larson, Jenkins, Ryland Jones, Matson, and Jackson Branchley. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep, and Raleigh if he transfers in. I don't know how an incoming sophomore is going to be able to, if he can steal minutes out of a group of 5 right now.
No, that's probably the rotation you want. So, yeah.
That's tough. Like, and here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with, and I don't get why people are leaving Utah State. I mean, it's their own personal reason. I get it. I do understand that part. But I kind of wonder what the personal reason is. Why would you leave Utah? I mean, we don't know what Ryan Odom is. I mean, yeah, do we? I mean, maybe you've had a conversation. Yeah, we don't. And maybe they have an idea. But I don't think Coach, and I don't know this for sure, but I don't think Coach Odom would go in there and be like, Raleigh, I know you started last year and you probably are a good shooter. You shot, under 30% from the field, into the tournament, struggled in the NCAA tournament game. I don't see you getting a lot of minutes. I think we're going to move on. So go to the portal. I just don't see him doing that to a premium starter who's a high caliber basketball player.
No, but maybe because of the free year, players just going to see what's out there because you can pull out. So but maybe just go in to get a free recruiting experience and see if there's something out there that fits you better.
I felt like, and maybe we talked about this on Friday, but I mean, there's over 1,200 kids in this portal.
There is.
You're going to get buried. I mean, if people are looking for a guard, they're going to go look at the big time school first, like Nebraska, Florida, Iowa, Texas Tech. Yeah, I said Iowa.
You said the big time schools and then listed programs I don't think are very good.
Iowa?
They're all right.
Florida?
Florida is
Texas Tech.
No. There's.
Oh, you got to be kidding! Texas Tech is not a big time program.
Please define to me how you would define. Please define to me big time program. Please define me college basketball big time program.
Blue Bloods.
Thank you.
Oh, really? So Kentucky, North Carolina, and Duke.
You said big time.
No,
historically
Kentucky,
speaking.
Oh yeah, historically speaking. Okay, so big time programs currently because Raleigh can't go back to 1995 and transfer that Kentucky team.
Whoa.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, you said big time programs.
Big time programs. We just had a national champion or national championship team that was in the national championship at St. Texas Tech. Florida has been good.
3 years ago, Florida won. Okay, no.
Iowa?
Just no.
Iowa.
No! I'm a Big Ten fan.
Yeah, see, you're no.
Iowa
you're a Purdue
operates.
fan.
I have
you're
no
a
problem
Purdue
with
fan.
Yes.
You're biased.
No,
you're biased.
No, Iowa operates under the same premise their football team does, which is this.
Oh, jeez.
They're good every 4 years. They have a down year immediately after that. Then they warm up, and then they get a contract extension for their coach, and then they start to cycle over. Go look at the history of Iowa football. They'll get to the Rose Bowl. Kirk Ferentz, who's the football coach, will get a contract extension. Then they'll tail off. He'll do it for about 2 years, and everybody's like, well, maybe he's too old. Then they'll have a bounce back year. They'll go to the Rose Bowl again. He gets another contract extension. We start to cycle over. The basketball team is the exact same way.
Dude, okay, I'm talking about big-time programs right now.
I'm none of them. All the ones you list. You said Nebraska.
But then he says big bloods, and you're like,
oh,
yeah, but none of those big.
Those are the big time. You're telling me right now.
Made it to the NCAA tournament.
North Carolina got in. North Carolina got in. Kansas got in. Michigan State got in. What are you talking about? The Blue Bloods didn't get in.
Blue blood?
Yes, it is. We did a whole podcast on that. You tell me right now. You as Ajay Salvesen, you go to the transfer portal.
Hey, Indiana's a blue blood, by
No,
the
it's
way.
not.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it is not.
How is Indiana not a blue blood?
Because it hasn't done anything in 25 years.
Oh, my gosh. They won oh, my heck. Are we serious?
What is the last thing Indiana
What has
did?
Michigan State done and when?
Are you kidding me? Tom Izzo takes his school to the Final Four every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
I'm sorry. So as a senior class, you don't want to go?
No, so 4 years.
You're right. When did Indiana
Every
last
4
get to
years.
the when did
Let's
Indiana
see.
last
Where
get to the
was
Elite
I
Eight?
4 years ago? Let me see here. Oh man, a lot of things change in 4 years. Like
Recruiting
don't say
classes.
every 4 years.
Every 4 years they go to the Final Four.
Oh my gosh.
When's the last time Indiana went to the Elite Eight?
You tell me, Big Ten expert.
40 years ago.
40 years ago, they were in the Final Four. So they didn't win a national championship in 2002?
Indiana? No, they did not.
When did they win it with Mike Davis as their head coach?
No, they haven't won one since what? 76?
What
80s?
the crap? They won the national championship like in what? Help me out here, Cody. Indiana Hoosiers, when did they win the last national championship? I need help on this because I swear
You need a lot of help on this topic.
They were in the national championship.
Is way
they were
entirely
in the Final Four.
1976.
When were they in the Final Four?
No, now the parameters changed. He was
No,
wrong.
because you said
The
they haven't been in
goalpost is moving.
No, because you said they haven't been in the Final Four in 40 years. So when's the last time they've been to the Final Four?
I said the Elite Eight, but yeah. Final
Four?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I know.
I've typed in a couple different questions, Ajay. I'm just saying.
No, it's Ajay's fault. He changed the goalpost after you answered his question.
I know. You said
they hadn't won a national championship.
So I'm curious now. They haven't been to the Elite Eight since when?
I just want the record to show.
Last time they were in the Final Four.
Cody, before you answer.
No.
I want the record to show. I want the record to show. I want the record to show. You said Michigan State making it every 4 years is stupid. So keep that in mind when Cody answers this question.
Okay.
The Hoosiers last time in the Final Four.
Yeah.
2002.
Oh, see? 40 years ago, huh?
But Michigan State making it every 4 years ago is not a big deal.
No, it is
every
a big
4
deal.
years.
No, that's
you
cool.
just said
but
it wasn't.
No, hold on. Okay, I retract my words, and I tell you, though, if Michigan State's considered a blue blood,
yes,
so is Michigan Wolverines. So is Louisville. Going to keep going?
What in the hell do you mean is Looneyville?
So is
Looneyville.
Well, yeah, Toon Squad definitely would have a chance to be a blue blood. They just got to recruit better.
I hate it when mom and dad fight. It's the worst.
I hate it when Ajay's wrong and then just will not budge whatsoever, not listen.
I'm just saying, Louisville is a blue blood.
Oh, Louisville. See, you said Looneyville the first time.
Who's Looneyville?
That's what you said!
Toon Squad is in a different
Go back
league.
and play the tape. He said Looneyville.
I know. Okay.
Check
I'm
the tape.
angry, so I might have said Looneyville, but woo, What's up, Doc? Anyways, I put Louisville as a blue blood. I put Michigan as a blue blood. I put Michigan State. Okay, Michigan State can be considered a blue blood. Fine. But then so is Indiana.
Nope.
Yep, absolutely. So is UCLA.
Nope.
Gosh, dude, you are just all over the place.
I'm not.
So wait, what's a blue blood in your definition then? Because I am really confused right now.
They have to have
Utah State is a blue blood.
No, not at all.
No, absolutely.
I like how he asked me a question and immediately fires off a wrong answer.
No. What's a blue blood?
A blue blood has to have historical success and continued success over an extended period of time.
Oh my gosh, okay.
UCLA has not been relevant.
Michigan has historical success.
They've
had recent success.
Did I say that Michigan wasn't a blue blood? Cody, did I say anything?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said Indiana no and UCLA no. Those are the ones that I said no on.
Okay, wait.
According to Sports Illustrated, the college blue bloods are Duke, UNC, Kansas, Kentucky, Indiana, and UCLA.
Oh, Indiana and UCLA are. Really?
They're not.
Well, Sports Illustrated says so, and
you're right,
Ajay,
because you agree with every publication in sports. No. You totally do. Doug Gottlieb's on this station. He's a majors radio show. I bet Ajay agrees with him too.
I can't stand Doug Gottlieb.
No, he's a nationally syndicated show, so you must agree with him.
I hate the guy's radio show. Hey, wait, where were we at? What was our topic?
Dude,
you were being wrong about big time programs.
No, shut up. What was our what was
you said, quote, players in the transfer portal are easily buried if they're not coming or wanting to go to and from blue blood schools, big time schools.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. How's our text line? Is it quiet right now?
No, 5662 says, so that makes Boise State a powerhouse blue blood by your
football?
definition.
Yes.
Ajay just named the equivalent of a mid-major teams. In football, I'd give Boise State transitioning into blue blood status. They've had continued success. Problem is the conference dooms them, but it's not fair.
Hey, hold on. Is Gonzaga a blue blood?
Not quite, but they're almost.
Oh my hell! What do you have to do to be a blue blood then? If Gonzaga's not a blue blood? And please,
maybe have regular success
to all
in the
the ladies,
tournament.
I'm sorry for swearing, but it's not entirely my fault right now.
It is entirely your fault.
No, it's because
look, if you weren't wrong,
because Gonzaga is a blue blood. How are they not a blue blood? They've had success since 1999. How are they not a blue blood?
You listed their seeds, and up until the last half decade, they've done nothing with them.
They've been to 2 national championships, right?
Yes.
Michigan's been to 1, but they're considered a blue blood by Sports Illustrated.
Michigan also
Indiana
has history at
hasn't
its
been
side.
to a national championship since '76, but they're considered a blue blood.
And you know what? Sports Illustrated's wrong on that, so it's not a great example.
Oh, okay. So unless it's from ajknight.com, everything else is false.
I don't own that. I should.
Get on that.
I want some
Get on
competition.
that.
No,
I
absolutely
want
not.
a percentage of that.
2409. Just think of how productive the last 15 minutes has been. I don't think so. I think it has been very productive. What's a blue blood and what's not? This is a very important term in college sports.
James get a haircut?
I think he shaved.
No, he didn't shave. I think he got a haircut though. Dude, that guy looks like what's the movie A White Man Can't Jump?
That's the movie.
What? No. Who's the white guy though?
Woody Harrelson?
Yes. Dude, he looks like a 60-year-old version of Woody Harrelson.
From what I've heard, he plays better than a 60-year-old version of Woody Harrelson.
He's super good.
That's what I've heard.
See, so if he enters the transfer portal, a blue blood likes him.
Utah State could use a big, so.
Yeah, they could. Think he's got any eligibility left?
I don't know. Did he go to school? I have no idea,
I don't know.
I don't know his story.
We need to get him into our show and ask him about his career bio, see what it's like.
Maybe he could break down the post up. I heard he's got that classic, no offense, but it's called the old man game. That's what I've heard he has. Just technically, it's what it's called.
Okay,
technical
so
post game.
Anyway, sorry, back to the transfer portal. Okay,
here we go.
Jenkins Jr. goes from UNLV to Utah. That's a big get for Craig Smith.
Right.
Huge. And then Shulga goes back to Utah State. Not sure what. Sounds like he's going to be playing for the Aggies. I haven't heard anything different since then.
Can you go back in after coming out? So, he went in and then he came out. Can he go back in?
I think so.
I don't know what the rules are. I was just curious if you knew.
I think so. I don't know that for 100% sure, though. I mean,
I would think once you decided if you were in and then opted out, you should be
be done, right?
You're done for that. I feel like that
exactly.
should be the rule.
Hey, did you see that Matt McClung from Texas Tech is going back into the portal again? He went from G-Town to Texas Tech, and now he's going back into the portal.
I mean, I guess I can understand because he had a pretty good season, right? See, that's why part of me feels like the reason that this is so bloated is if you have a chance to take a free year and you can come back without consequence, right? You hop in and then you see what the recruiting looks like because you hop in and now schools can talk to you and you see what programs are interested and what roles and what minutes are promised to you. And ultimately, if it's not something you like, then you just go back and say, nah, I didn't see anything I liked.
I mean, it's free. You might as well.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're just taking advantage of it. Because you say 1,200, don't be wrong, it's a lot, but there's, 300 and some Division I programs, and they each got to have 13. They have 13 scholarships. And that's just Division I.
Yeah. Why not roll the dice?
Yeah, I think, and I guess every athlete's going to look out for the best of their future, right? But at the same time, I think there has to be a sense of realism. If I go into the transfer portal, am I going to get picked up by an elite school? There's guys who are probably in Florida and these big Power 5 schools
right,
who are going to the portal thinking, hey, I'm going to be the big guy at another Power 5 university. Here's the problem, is that Power 5 school is already loaded in that position, and they don't need you. And so instead of going to South Carolina, Florida, Purdue, Michigan State, you end up going to Boise State, UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara, to a much smaller school where you are the star, where you're going to get your touches, but you aren't going to be the chance to showcase your talent on national television is going to be slim to none.
I don't know, though, but don't you think, though, with the way things have come, especially recently, that's less important? If you think about it, so, for instance, with Damian Lillard and, let's say, McCollum, right? They're teammates, so they were at Lehigh and Weber, right?
Yep.
More of those stories and steps from Davidson and all that stuff. That with more of that happening, it's less important. It's more about getting, I don't want to say being selfish, but kind of being selfish. If you're a middling guy at a Power 5, you can kind of show yourself off a little more. If you maybe take a step down in competition, you become the guy.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I was just looking at this, and I don't know how I didn't notice this, but UNLV Did you see who they got coming in?
Yeah, they got
the kid from Texas, who's a former 4-star recruit. Royce Ham from Texas. Victor from Oklahoma. By the way, he was a big man that was rated 152 in the nation and 3-star recruit at a high school. They got Jordan McCabe, who, by the way, that guy is a basketball player. He's from West Virginia. He's a 4-star. Do you think they're going back to the, should I say it? Going back to the Tarkanian days and, hey, you know what? How many presidential flashcards do you need?
Oh, no. Well, the problem is, if you look, though, they have lost a ton of talent has transferred out, though.
They've lost Hamilton, who was their leading scorer. Jenkins, who's an athletic cat. He's 14. He's just about 15 points per game. They lost the, how do you say? I can't remember his name. Is it Diong? Or is it?
So. I think it's Diong.
Diong. He gave Nemish Keta problems. A lot of problems. They lost Kadia, Grill, Lindsey Martinez, Tillis, and Yap.
They've lost a lot of talent. They brought back a fair amount of talent, but they've also lost
got help
a ton
on some
of
of
talent.
it. That's incredible. Yeah, this transfer portal continues to stay loaded. Again, the question is, are you going to get what you hoped out of it? Are you going to get the Power 5, starting spot or major minutes? Because, again, those schools are loaded with talent. They don't really, and a lot of them don't need you right now at this very moment.
Let me ask you this, Ajay. Are you surprised we haven't heard a little bit more chatter on Utah State getting players to come in via the transfer portal?
No, not yet. I've heard some whimperings and rumors, but nothing's official. But I know that Odom is doing his best to put a team together that's going to be able to defend and defend well.
Right.
But I'm not too surprised right now. Again, it's Utah State, so I think we'll get there here in a little bit. And when you got players like Shulga who is in the portal and is out of the portal,
that's true.
We didn't know about Marco. Raleigh was 50-50 as well. He was not going to the portal. Now he's in the portal. Now he's still stuck in there. He's almost like in limbo mode. So yeah, I think it's hard to determine what you're going to do in the portal until you know who's in and who's out. So. Kind of where you're at now.
That's a fair point. I was just curious because it's not like, obviously, we haven't cleaned out the whole portal, but it seems like we're starting to see a lot more dominoes fall.
Yeah.
And I haven't really heard any rumors for Utah State for the most part in terms of really being in on too many players. And I think they'll definitely take advantage regardless. I think even if they hadn't had any transfers, I think they would have taken a peek.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That's a good point. All right, let's take a break. Coming back, we're going to talk some NBA basketball. Or should we say NBA? Should we save NBA for the second hour? Cody, give me your thoughts. Production live.
You know what? It's quite large. It could take up the second hour, probably.
Okay, so we'll save Utah Jazz basketball for the second hour. We're going to come back and we're going to talk Julian Edelman, one of the greatest receivers in NFL history.
Never mind. We'll do the Jazz.
And you guys are going to have to help me understand and help me cope with the loss of Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski,
the Mountain Crest Ping Pong's going to be on. We're going to carry that here.
I hate you guys.
Snooker Championship still on, I think.
Value Recycling's Earth Day event is back. This year's prices are some of the best they've seen. In an effort to keep everyone safe, Earth Day will look a little different this year, running the entire week of April 19th through the 24th. Earth Day will only be held at Value Recycling's facility at 145 North, 10th West. To limit overcrowding and to keep wait times minimal, appointments are required to drop off your recyclables. Schedule your appointment online at valleymetalrecycling.com. Snacks and cold drinks will be available. Value Recycling's Earth Day event, April 19th through the 24th. For prices and drop-off appointments, visit valleymetalrecycling.com.
When it's time for a new haircut, don't cut into your wallet. At New Horizons Beauty College, haircuts, color, highlights, pedicures, and manicures are far less expensive than going to a salon. The students at New Horizons Beauty College are trained in all the latest trends and techniques. You'll get a great look at a great price. Plus, New Horizons has great prices on the products to help you maintain that new look. All services performed by students and closely supervised by licensed instructors. New Horizons Beauty College, 550 North Main in the Clock Tower Plaza in Logan.
This is Ed at Fisher Home Furnishings. Thank you for shopping at our store. Come in right now for our anniversary sale. All of our name brand suppliers have helped out with extra discounts for this sale. Find the lowest price on Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Bassett, Serta, Lexington, Bernhardt, and then take an additional 15, 20, up to 25% off. At Fisher's, we have a great selection. We stock more, we sell more. You'll find the largest selection of home furnishings right here. The anniversary sale brings an additional 15, 20, and 25% off the lowest market sale price. Shop Fisher Home Furnishings or anytime at fisherhf.com.
This is Larry at Larry's Pharmacies. Are you struggling with all your medicine? Did you take this morning's dose or not? We at Larry's Pharmacy have the perfect solution. Let us help you organize your meds so that you take it exactly as your doctor prescribed for the most benefit. Just punch out the meds from the organized packets at the clearly labeled time and you're done. This is a free service and a big help for those on many meds or who struggle to open and close bottles. We also offer free delivery service. Stay well.
This is The Herd.
The winner in this is also
Colin Cowherd.
Tom Brady shows us what matters to him. He's been taking pay cuts for 15 years. Number one priority is winning. I've heard Aaron stubborn. Green Bay trying to do things, but stubborn is more important than winning. Ego more important than winning.
This is The Herd.
Weekday afternoons from 1 to 4 on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan. Talking the sports you care about. The Full Court Press on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
Hey, Ajay Knight, I'm Ajay Salvesen here on the Full Court Press. Cody Olson's running the board. Appreciate all his great work as well. Hey, have you seen Uncut Gems? The Netflix?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I've heard it's super good.
Dude, it is Adam Sandler's best performance of his movie
That's what
career.
I heard.
And it has Kevin Garnett in it.
Yeah.
And it plays back to his 2012 series versus 76ers. And so I kind of, for some reason, I got on this kick of Kevin Garnett. And I started watching some old highlights. Nobody will understand like how big of a pickup that was for the Celtics in 08.
Oh,
They're going to talk about Ray Allen and
Yeah.
keeping Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo.
He changed their whole defensive identity.
That is exactly right. He
Yeah.
changed the defensive identity of the Boston Celtics for 6 years. Or I guess 7 years. He was phenomenal.
No argument.
And he had some of the best games in the biggest games too. Like you think about the 24-point comeback against the Lakers in Game 4 of the Finals in 08, he was phenomenal in the second half. The 2012 Game 7 against the Sixers, lights out. 2008 against the Detroit Pistons, Game 5, star. Like he was so good, and he'll never get enough credit for how good he was, ever. Because they'll talk about, especially with that Boston team, they'll talk about Pierce, Rondo, because playoff Rondo, as we know, was really, really good. Kevin Garnett was amazing. Anyways, I was watching Uncut Gems since I went back and watched a few highlights, and yeah, that guy was legit. One of the best.
Full Court Press, Ajay Salvesen, AJ Knight, Cody Olson on the board. 9315 is a question for you, Ajay. Do we know any of the assistant coaches for basketball yet, and who would you want to see be the assistant or assistant coaches if they have not been named?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see. I know whatever Odom decides to do, is going to be his choice.
Gotcha, buddy. I'm kind of surprised. Are you surprised that has... That's about right. Cody's right on that one. Are you surprised they haven't named
Why do I
Raymond
get
yet?
aerated for that?
Why
do I get
It was
aerated
implied. It was implied.
Reasons. Are you surprised that we talk about the transfer portal, but it seems like it's... I don't want to say it's slow, but it just seems like you think that the staff would kind of be starting to be put in place a little bit by now. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, but I think you got to wait out other coaches. Like, I mean, because you're gonna be really picky when you're going to the West, where you have never coached in. You want the perfect staff as much as possible, so you're gonna take your time and making sure you got the right guys who can recruit the right way and get who you want. Yeah. And he's got to be, and I think maybe some coaches were just, getting out of interviews. Some assistants were maybe applying for other jobs, and he was wanting them. Yeah, I think you'll be hearing about the assistant staff here shortly.
And that's just purely an educated guess. Ajay has no insight whatsoever.
None at all.
Of course not.
Yeah,
correct.
Totally.
You suck so bad. I knew you were going to do that to me.
Look, I am just a fly on the wall with unnamed sources, but
I'm just a fly on the wall.
I think you'll be hearing about it
you.
sometime soon.
Oh,
if I had to guess, purely based on speculation.
Purely on speculation. Oh, fetch. All right, let's get to some Utah Jazz basketball. They beat the Kings 128-112 on Saturday night. Mitchell was slow to start, great to end. I mean, he put together a sizzling end. 14 of his season-high 42 in the fourth quarter. And you could tell he was running on fumes by about midway through the third. Like, that Dallas, Phoenix, Portland stretch took so much out of them that they got to Saturday and they were just, man, let's find a gas station and just try to fuel up again.
Well, luckily that's the Kings.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly right, where it comes really cheap. Not expensive at all. 40-13 are the Jazz. 22-31 are the Kings. The Jazz play tonight at home. Once again, they face the Washington Wizards. They have not lost a home game since December 13th of 2020.
Solid. Excuse me.
That's incredible. Against the Kings, again, Donovan had a season-high 42 points. Royce O'Neal had 5 on 2 of 6 shooting, but his defense was phenomenal. Bogdanovic was 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from deep. I don't know what's going on with him, but he needs to fix it, and fix it soon. Rudy Gobert had 6 points on 2 of 2 shooting. Dude, Rudy Gobert had 6 points? That can't be right. No way. Yeah. Conley had 26.
Hey, break the glass on Conley.
Rudy Gobert 11 boards and 6 points.
See, Ajay, so is that performance a concern or okay with you? Because we got in this a lot last week, and it's a fine line because, right, you want them to pass the ball. The offense looks great when they pass and hit open shots, but we all know in the postseason you got to have a bucket getter.
Yeah, and they do. And it is Donovan Mitchell, and I think he's getting better about not forcing things, and making better decisions and being more patient and letting the offense come to him, like allowing the game flow to come to him.
Yes, but are you concerned that the Kings? No offense, because all of them are NBA players, they're actually good, but the Kings are a bad team. But in a situation like that, where it's supposed to be an easier game to win, is it concerning to you that Donovan had to exert so much effort?
No.
Because this is what we've seen, I think, with Harden and Houston, right? He goes on these offensive tears and he carries his team to a good seed, and then it gets to postseason when teams can really lock in on him. And he's got nothing left.
Yeah, no, I'm not concerned. Really,
No?
I'm not, because they've got the depth and ability to use their bench and take some of that load off. I mean, Joe Ingles had, 20 on 6 of 11 shooting. He was 5 of 10 from deep. And by the way, I don't know who said what to Joe Ingles, but for him to reply the way he did, it must have been really, really bad. I mean, it's so much that he was pretty angry, and you heard him mouth a couple words I'm not allowed to say on air. But, I mean, that's all it takes for Joe Ingles is he needs one guy, and we talked about it. He's the best trash talker in the game. It takes one guy to set Joe Ingles off, and then you can't stop
Somebody
him.
better set him off more often.
But, and the other thing about it is some people said, well, man, we really struggled against the Kings. They were pesky, and we had to fight them off. And I'm like, dude, you just played Dallas, Phoenix, and Portland. Phoenix and Portland were back-to-back, and then you played the Kings. That is an exhausting stretch right there. And you know what? Even the 73-9 Warriors, even the 72-10 Bulls had games where they might have won them, but against lower-tier teams, had to really stretch themselves to come out with a win.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Again, the Washington Wizards come here to Vivint Arena tonight to take on the Utah Jazz. Utah again has been phenomenal at home. They've won 24 straight at home now, which is saying something. The Wizards have been.
Is that a record? We know. I feel like we should have looked it up.
At
What's
home?
the record? Yeah,
24-2.
Oh, didn't that Boston team with Will Walton was healthy? They lost one game at home, I think, that season.
I think the record right now. Yeah, I think Golden State set the record. By the way, nobody ever gives enough credit for what the Warriors did at home. I think it was 34 straight at home at one point, if I remember right. And so they are 10 games out from the record. So the Wizards right now are 9-17 away from home. They're 7th in the Eastern Conference with about 25 assists, and they're led by Russell Westbrook with about 11 points. It is crazy how bad Washington has become with Russell Westbrook there. Even with Bradley Beal, how atrocious they are, especially on the offensive end. Now, Bradley Beal, he had 43, to beat the Utah Jazz in their first game, 131-122 on March 18th. But again, offensively, it's if Russell Westbrook wants to shoot you out of a game, he will.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's what hurts him all the time.
The biggest thing was, if you're Washington, so I guess, getting off the wall contract for getting Westbrook and selling tickets, but the big thing is he told you what kind of player he was going to be when he said, I want out of Houston.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted his stat stuffing. What did his stat stuffing equate to in Oklahoma City? A few wins, I guess, but you're not going to compete. And it's just, you know who I really feel bad for is Bradley Beal.
Yeah, me too.
Please get him out of Washington.
Yeah. And they won't.
No, they won't, and they should. I just feel bad for him because this is what sucks about it. Because Bradley Beal, we can agree, is what we'll say. So if there's 3 All-NBA teams, he's an All-NBA caliber player, right?
Sure, yeah.
He's one of the 15-ish best players. The thing is, he'll probably be a Hall of Famer, but you'll forget him, and it's not going to be to any fault of his own. It's going to be because he's on a miserable team that doesn't do anything.
Wizards are 4-6 in their last 10. Westbrook is shooting 46% in that last 10, and he's 43%. And he's averaging about 21.5 points.
Woo.
And then the Jazz are 8-2 in their last 10. They lost to the Mavericks and the Suns back to back. Those are the only 2 losses. Otherwise, they'd be 10-0 right now. They're averaging around 119 points per game. Their opponents are averaging about 104 points per game in those 10 games. Jordan Clarkson is out tonight.
Yeah, it's 5-6-6-2. Do the Jazz have a chance tonight without Clarkson and Conley? Can they keep it going?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I think they do. I think they've learned to adapt to life in a game without Conley. And I think they're getting better at it. Not having that scoring off the bench, I feel like does hurt the Jazz to a degree, but Joe Ingles has been so good for them. In fact, wait, so if Conley's out, does Joe start tonight then?
Has to, right? Just slide over Donovan?
Yeah, so you got Donovan, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal, Rudy Gobert.
Ingles and Gobert. Or you say Gobert, sorry, Ingles, right?
So Ingles does start tonight, yeah.
Has to, right?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I looked this up. So the most consecutive home games won.
Was it Golden State?
They won 54 from January 31st of 2015 to March 29th of 2016. That's the most consecutive home games won.
54.
And from what I could tell from Google, the record for best home record, I guess, belongs to 72-10 and Bulls. They went 39-2 at home that season.
Yeah, but you know this. I think the second best is, and if you'll have to check me on this. The Jazz in I think 07 went 37-4 at home. And I don't know if this was
but I'm pretty sure the year the Celtics had Bill Walton, they only lost 1 game at home, I think.
Dude, that's nuts. Do you know how hard that is?
It's crazy.
Well, that team was insane. They talked about the 30 for 30. Yeah, they talked about the 30 for 30, and the Lakers players can say whatever they want. They go to that finals, they get smacked. Because even the Celtics were like, we got Houston, and we were like, this sucks. Let's just win and go home.
I actually watched some of that. I think I watched that part of the documentary.
Oh, here you go, Ajay. The real question is, do the Jazz cover the minus 10.5? That's 6,294.
Yeah. You're the Nevada guessing game guy. You tell me.
Minus 10.5, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no just because no Conley and no
Clarkson?
I say it gets kind of mucky.
And so Bill and Westbrook keep him in it?
Ish, yeah.
Hey, if they lose within single digits, that's a win for Washington.
9948 Jazz playoff prediction. Jazz lose second round. This is due to Donovan thinking he needs to average 40-plus points. The offense gets stagnant and the ball sticks in Mitchell's hands.
Okay, so that could be a problem. I get it. But I think Donovan's learning, and I think Quinn Snyder has taught Donovan, you can't do this on your own again. You've got Bogdanovich, you got Ingles, and they're going to miss a shot. They're not going to make every shot where you give them a good pass.
Of course not.
So, learn to trust in the second time.
That's why I'm curious to see, because you do need, everyone wishes you could Atlanta Hawks it that one year to the playoffs, right? Where they were just so good at moving the ball. They were a great 3-point shooting team. And they ran into Cleveland, and Cleveland swept them. It was over. So you do need a bucket getter, but the challenge is, as everybody says, you got to balance, hopefully, that the offense can be so good and carry you through part of it, but your star's got to be your star at the end of the game.
Cody, do we need a break?
Yes, we do.
Let's do it. Let's take a break. Coming back. In fact, we're going to save the second part of this Donovan Mitchell MVP conversation for the second hour.
Because you got to talk about your boy.
We got to fit in Julian Edelman.
Woo. Hall of Famer. Suck my hairy kneecaps.
This is Jay from Daryl's Appliance. Earth Day is coming up. We have some laundry units that are less stressful on the environment, energy efficient, and won't be in a landfill in 2 years. Our Maytag front-load washers use less water and clean amazingly well. Plus, get $20 off our earth-friendly Excelsior laundry detergent with the purchase of select laundry pairs. That's at Daryl's, where service always comes first. Daryl's, west on Airport Road.
See Daryl's Appliance in beautiful downtown Benson.
Western Extermination is your simple solution for lawn care and pest control. Your yard is meant to be enjoyed without bugs like ants and wasps, mosquitoes, and spiders, plus rodents that chew up your lawn and garden. Western Extermination offers fertilization to keep your lawn green and healthy and to keep weeds away. If you have a problem with voles, you can count on Western Extermination to exterminate the problem. Ask about military and advance pay discounts. Western Extermination serves residential and commercial properties. Curb-to-curb services. Western Extermination has you covered. 512-0014. That's 512-0014 for Western Extermination.
We all believe our team is the best. Whether you're a Bobcat, a Wolf, a Grizzly, a Mustang, or a Riverhawk, we can all agree on one thing. Les Olson Company is the best choice for your office technology needs. So if you need to copy it, print it, scan it, or network it, Les Olson Company is there for all of your office technology needs. Just Les Olson it. Visit lesolsonit.com today.
Les Olson Company.
There's a lot of strain on various industries right now. Supplies stretched thin as demand is at an all-time high. If you are building or remodeling and are looking for ideas for stone to face your home, it's crazy. Coldwater Stone in Tremont and Castellite and Logan want to take that frustration and challenge away from you. They are a local homegrown business with stone products made by Coldwater and sold by Castellite. Stop in and make your choice today for brick, block, rock, paver, and tile. Go where the pros go. Online at castellite.com.
Hi, this is Ashley with LSS Insurance. Have you heard? The marketplace is making major changes. Improvements to affordability through the health insurance marketplace by increasing financial assistance, lowering your premiums, and more generous cost sharing to lower your out-of-pocket max. If you have coverage, come in to see if you can save even more. Never applied? We can help. Go to lssins.com or call 752-9493. That's 752-9493.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Utah Army National Guard. Aired by the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
They can put your logo on it because that's what they do at the Logo Shop. They can put your logo on anything from pens and mugs to golf balls and clocks. The Logo Shop is also the place for your team shirts and uniforms. So if your team wants to look good, call the Logo Shop and order your team uniforms today. Colors, logo, and everything else looking just like you want it to. Get your team shirts and uniforms from the Logo Shop. Call them to get a bid or just drop by 40 South Main in Logan.
The Logo Shop. The Logo Stop. The Logo Shop.
Hey everyone, it's Kim with the Logan City Police Department. It's finally springtime, which brings warmer weather, and everyone is wanting to get outside, including our furry friends. We are teaming up with the Bridgerland Applied Technology College of Animal Sciences to bring you our dog tipping clinic. This event will be held Saturday, April 17th at the Bridgerland West Campus, located at 1040 North and 1000 West, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pre-registration is $8 per dog and can be done by calling 435-716-9300.
For more than a century, couples have shopped at S. Needham Jewelers for their diamond engagement ring. We have the largest selection of exclusive engagement rings in the area. Also, with the use of state-of-the-art technology, we're able to custom make with precision the ring of your dreams. You will be able to work with our award-winning jewelry designer, Joseph Needham. You will also enjoy a vast selection of loose diamonds, allowing you to choose an affordable price range. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7, where Utah gets engaged. S.E. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, at the sign of the clock.
The Aggies are #1 here. The Full Court Press. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and online at 1069thefan.com.
Ajay, Salvesen, Ajay Knight. Cody Olson running the board here on the Full Court Press, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
I'm going to make you cry.
Before we
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Cody.
Yes, New England Patriots supposed Super Bowl hero Julian Edelman has announced his retirement from the NFL after a 12-year career in Foxborough. Soon-to-be 35-year-old has been with the Patriots since 2009 and was taken 232nd overall in the draft. Ajay, your thoughts?
How many, let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
How many Super Bowl MVPs are Hall of Famers?
See, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I'd imagine it's more hit or miss than the NBA, right? Because I don't think that Seattle linebacker that won that year, I don't think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Smith, right? Malcolm Smith?
Malcolm Butler.
But no, that's the corner.
Wait, which
linebacker?
Which linebacker?
The Seattle linebacker that won the year they crushed Denver.
Oh.
On the Legion of Boom?
It was a linebacker that won the MVP.
Huh.
Because he had a scoop and score, and I think he had an interception.
Wasn't Earl? Oh, wasn't Michael Bennett or Earl Chancellor was? I can't remember who the MVP was.
It was like Malcolm Smith or something like that. Regardless, I don't know.
Anyways,
what is the answer to your question?
Okay, so 23 Hall of Famers are Super Bowl MVPs. Okay, there's 55.
So that's like half, right?
There's 55 Super Bowls, minus 7 of those because, 7 of those are multiple-time winners.
7, okay.
So
gotcha.
minus
so now you're down
3.
To 48.
All right, puts you down to about 52. 52 Super Bowl MVPs.
Oh, 3 were repeat.
Yes.
Okay, so 52. 52, okay, right? And you said how many were in the Hall of Fame?
If I have this right, 23. Or 23 Hall of Famers
so
are Super Bowl
slightly
MVPs.
better than half. All right, so he's a 50-50 Hall of Famer.
Here's the thing, though. He set the record in New England for receptions and yards, catches. He won a Super Bowl MVP against the Rams. He was clutch in the Seattle Super Bowl. He was incredibly clutch in the Atlanta game because he bailed out Tom Brady, who made a horrible throw. He had to come back to and save his butt, or else that thing would have been picked off.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Just there's so many glorious moments. And again, but the NFL's biased. They hate New England, and they don't want to put them in the Hall of Fame. They don't. They do not want to put Patriots in the Hall of Fame. And it is incredibly disgusting and disgraceful of the NFL. Teddy Bruschi, Richard Seymour, Rodney Harrison, defensive captains of the dynasty in the Super Bowl era in 03, 04, and there's no respect there.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to list you the top, according to some website, doesn't need credit. I'm going to list you the top 10 receivers not in the Hall of Fame right now. You tell me which of these receivers you'd rather have. This one I'm listing or Julian Edelman. Ready?
Okay.
Torrey Holt.
No.
Gary Clark.
No.
Andre Rison.
No.
Wes Chandler.
No.
Mark Clayton and Mark Duper.
No.
Jimmy Smith.
No.
This list kind of sucks. Sterling Sharp.
No.
Otis Taylor.
Yes.
Henry Ellard.
No.
Cliff Bray. That's awful. I would have said yes, Torrey Holt, but I'm with you on only one.
That was a really good list right there.
Sucks.
Man, really competing there.
All right, well, and we made the case. He's in. I'm done, guys. You're welcome, Ajay.
My gosh.
Here's the problem, Ajay. I think the biggest issue you run into is that I don't feel like slot receivers are respected. Because, here's another theory. Here's another question for you. So, is Devin Hester a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Oh, my gosh, yes.
I completely agree.
Oh, heavens, yes.
But there's no pure kick returners in the Hall of Fame, which is ridiculous. Like, Deion Sanders is in because he's a corner.
Ability.
And he was a great cornerback. Don't get me wrong.
Desmond Howard. Is he not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think he is either. I call him a pure kick returner, too.
Oh, yeah, he was terrible as a receiver.
Julian Edelman would be one of those if he were to make it. Devin Hester should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Desmond Howard's only in the college football Hall of Fame. He's not in NFL Hall of Fame.
I think he will. And that's wasn't he? Or was it Brett Favre that was the MVP that year in '97?
No, I think it was Howard because he had the kick return for the touchdown. Right? I think he had a bunch of all-purpose yards.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm a Bears fan, but Devin Hester was a weapon that nobody else had. He has a record. He was electric. I don't care if you were a Bears fan or not. Watch his highlights. Yeah. They're awesome.
He was incredible. Devin Hester should be in the Hall of Fame.
But that's part of the issue is that I feel like when you think of the NFL receivers, so Megatron's a big one for you, right? We both agree he has Hall of Fame talent, just did not play long enough to warrant the stats.
Not the numbers.
So I think the problem is that slot receivers are not treated the way. For the record, I said I was going to make Ajay cry. I'm not. I completely agree with him. I think Julian Edelman's a Hall of Famer. He was by far the best slot receiver for a stretch.
Did you say he was a Hall of Famer?
I think he is a Hall of Famer. His playoff stats are insane.
Cody, cut that audio and keep it.
Keep it.
Save it. Put
Wrap
it as
it
a
up.
promo if we have to. AJ is a Patriots fan.
No, absolutely not. I'm not a Patriots hater. I'm a Patriots indifferencer.
30 seconds left here. We got a text?
Yeah, 9948. Oh, sorry, not that one. 9948 says it's because the Patriots cheat.
Hey, no, we do not say the letter C in this room. Okay?
Championship?
Yeah, sure.
We're
that
Jazz
say
fans.
Yeah. You're a Bulls guy, but you get it. You're a jerk.
Wow.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. We're not all the way there yet, and hopefully safety is still at the top of everybody's mind. But, man, it's great to have sports cooking almost at full strength. You get to enjoy the Masters, baseball, the NBA and NHL, NASCAR, the NCAA tournament last week, the NFL draft is coming up, Kentucky Derby isn't far off. You could argue fall is the best sports season because of football, but spring is more electric. You get a little bit of everything. We missed all of this last year except for the draft because it was done virtually. Now sports are in full bloom, just like the azaleas at Augusta this past weekend. It's not to say COVID is gone by any means, but for the most part, the leagues are trying very hard to be vigilant. Doesn't always work, and it might be a while before the fan experience returns to normal, whatever that is. But there's reason to be optimistic, and I'm here for all of it. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. I recently had a chance to go outside and give my truck some much-needed TLC, so I grabbed Meguiar's new bright orange bottle, the hybrid ceramic wash and wax. Couldn't wait to try it. Has a unique two-liquid system that not only gently cleans the paint, but leaves behind their hybrid ceramic wax protection with instant water-beating action. Now my truck looks good. It is dope. It's protected. Meguiar's hybrid ceramic wash and wax with advanced SiO2 technology. Meguiar's ceramic made easy. Guys, there's one thing we all face, and it's age. It's inevitable. But we don't have to let age beat us. We can still feel good, strong, lean, and that's why I take M-Drive, the supplement, every day. Powerful ingredients backed by science. You get energized, stronger, leaner. You can hear it in my voice. Go to mdrivedan.com today. Free shipping, 60-day money-back guarantee. M-Drive's available at Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Vitamin Shop. Don't let age beat you. Refind your prime with M-Drive. M-Drive.
It's the Full Court Press with Eric Frandsen and Ajay Salvesen.
Why isn't Raleigh a lock for the starting lineup? 5, 6, 3, 4. Sometimes your favorite players, they go to the barn. They go to the barn because they need all that extra room to run and play. They're fine. They love you.
Raleigh's transferring.
Yeah, Raleigh hit the transfer portal.
Any more questions, kids?
Weekdays from 4 to 6 on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
Here's Chad Norton, the lawn doctor, with another tip for your lawn.
It's been a wet, cool, crazy year for your lawn. Soil temperatures have been slow to warm up. Over the next few weeks, you'll see weeds fight for space and try to take over your lawn. Dandelions pack about 200 seeds on each flower. Those seeds can blow up to 5 miles and live up to 7 years. We can help you win the weed battle. Call the Lawn Doctor at 753-LAWN or go to lawndoctor.com.
The home for Skyview Sports. Sports Talk Radio, KLGN Logan, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
We are Fox Sports! And here's what you need to know.
The news coming out of New England, the end of the career for receiver Julian Edelman.
Due to an injury last year, I'll be making my official announcement of my retirement from football. It was a hard decision, but the right decision for me and my family. And I'm honored and so proud to be retiring a Patriot.
Edelman was a member of the Patriots for 12 seasons, 13 games scheduled across Major League Baseball tonight, including one that is about to get underway as San Diego is playing at Pittsburgh, the Yankees facing the Blue Jays. That should get started in mere minutes. Today's game between Boston and Minnesota postponed due to events in the area around Minneapolis. The same goes for tonight's game between the Timberwolves and the Nets, as it has also been pushed back. I'm Ralph Riven.
It's the Full Court Press.
There is no stopping this team.
The Aggies, the Jazz, the high schools. If it's the sport you care about, we're talking about it.
Merrill for the lead. He's got it.
It's the Full Court Press with Eric Frandsen and Ajay Salvesen.
I'd hate to see how you balance your checkbook.
I'm telling you, I'd hate to see you general manage a team.
Y'all getting paid millions to act like...
The Full Court Press on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
It is the Full Court Press, hour number 2. AJ Knight, I'm Ajay Salvesen, Cody Olson running the board for us. Greatly appreciate all his help. You, the listeners, thanks for joining us here on a Monday, 5:01, your kickoff time here on 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, 1069thefan.com, and our 106.9 The Fan mobile app. Speaking of participating in our show, we have our text line. It is open, 435-339-0321. To text into our Gil Mortgage text line. Again, 435-339-0321. Big thanks to Gil Mortgage for being a part of our show, and we go and visit them. By the way, you can call them as well. Karen Nielsen and her team will take care of you guys really well in regards of if you're looking for a mortgage, you look for some help in that regard. So, Gil Mortgage, thank you so much. We went through some Jazz stuff. Jazz beat the Kings on Saturday night, and they play the Wizards tonight. Really stupid comment you made at the end of the show, and I hope you apologize to everybody.
I'm just channeling the Jazz apathy and cynicism in the room.
Really?
I've spent 6 days.
Look at you, just flip the board. Oh yeah, flip the board.
6 days with
look
you.
Look at you.
By the way, I'm supposed to ask you, how does it feel to upset two different fan bases, or two different? How it feels to upset all of NFL fans because of two different fan bases? Because 9315 says, "How come I never hear any Buccaneers talk from Ajay? How many Hall of Famers do they have?" And 9948 says, "Ajay, you're 100% correct. Patriots don't cheat. They just don't follow the rules." Let's go with that.
There's a gray area that every coach touches. It goes from college sports to NFL. There's a gray area.
9315. Bandwagon Ajay. Bandwagon Ajay.
Okay, yeah, no, my Bucks. Okay, as a lifelong fan, I've been watching.
Bucks.
No,
oh
okay,
my
yeah,
God.
I'm a huge Bucks fan.
Maybe I get to turn your mic off.
Derek
now.
Brooks.
My Lakers.
No, you're Michigan Wolverines.
No, not at all.
So yeah, no. Tom Brady's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Rob Gronkowski's a Hall of Famer. Though they're actually more Patriots than Buccaneers. Derek Brooks. Okay, former Super Bowl MVP in 2002 when they beat the Raiders.
Warren Sapp's Hall of Famer, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
Rondé Barber?
No, I don't think he is. And if he is, then that's a shame.
What about the fullback? Purdue grad.
Mike Allstott?
Gotta be, right?
No.
He's not a vote.
Don't think so.
Lynch?
Yes, he's getting in. He just got, I think he just got actually announced this go around.
That's okay.
So yeah, he got in.
Oh, Rondé Barber got put in on the ballot this year.
Brad Johnson, I think, should be on there.
No.
Steve Young, back in his Buccaneer days, should probably be. He should have went in as a Buck. He didn't. He went in as a Niner.
I wonder why. I can't stand Steve Young.
Why?
Why? He's overrated.
Steve Young's overrated.
He took
the quarterback who had two regular season MVPs, one Super Bowl MVP, and had the highest quarterback rating at one point in NFL history is overrated. Please tell me.
What did Joe Montana do with that team, and what did Steve Young do to that team?
Cool. Joe Montana had John Taylor, Jerry Rice, Tom Rathman, Brent Jones, and the best offensive line in NFL history.
Let me answer this question then. Does Steve Young perform better than Joe Montana would have with that team?
It's equal. Yeah. He goes 4-0 in Super Bowls.
I don't know.
He goes, and who did he play? Okay, so what? Joe Montana played a plumber, a light electrician, a janitor, and the mascot in Super Bowls.
The mascot?
Okay.
The elephant's on the field.
It's on the field.
The mascot.
Okay. So RESPESEACTE.
Oh, you and your spelling.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, we talked about the basketball throwbacks. I think it was when I always forget his name. Who's the Utah State trainer?
Carl.
Yeah, Carl was on here. Remember
Or
we talked
was the Utah State trainer.
Oh, that's sad. I forgot to ask about that. I miss him. I love him. We were talking about the best.
I've got a story for you.
I can't wait.
We'll talk off air.
We're talking about the best NBA throwbacks. What's your opinions of the creamsicles, the Bucks ones?
Oh,
I love
dude.
that logo.
Okay, yes, but the Rams' old uniforms were the best.
You like the gold and blues?
Oh, I love them. That is my favorite uniform.
No.
More than the creamsicle, more than the old Bronco logo, like the D and the Bronco.
I do like the old Bronco
Those
logo.
were good.
No, it's the old Bucks logo.
Okay.
Love the
orange was horrible.
No,
though.
I just like the
the
Buccaneer
logo
with the
okay,
dagger.
I'm with you.
Logo.
Okay, yes.
Love the old Bills helmet with the red bill and the white helmet.
And the old Minuteman Patriots logo was incredible.
That was next. I love the red uniforms too.
Yeah,
and then
that
I like the powder blue.
I love that. I am so
Chargers.
angry the NFL came up with a rule that you can't have two different helmets to wear during the season.
So stupid.
That's the dumbest rule.
I think.
We should have a throwback.
I think those are great uniforms.
Throwback weekend.
They're great.
Honestly, a throwback weekend to honor the years of NFL history, and have the teams wear throwback uniforms.
They let the Steelers wear those hideous, those ones that look like they got out of Bumblebee jail.
Yeah, those are. Sometimes you fart and something comes out and it looks good, and it smells good. Supposedly,
I should write that down.
It smells
Live
like
your life by it.
It smells like a Okie Afterbirth.
The Jets' old logo's way better too.
The what?
The Jets' old logo with the actual jet.
Oh, with the actual Jets on it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. John Russell, Atlanta Braves uniforms, smoking. The old ones were really nice.
Familiar with
the lowercase A was really, really good. The lowercase A.
Okay.
Those were awesome. Baseball uniforms used to be really good back in the day. Milwaukee Brewers had some good ones. The Pirates were awesome. The Cincinnati Reds were really good.
Now we're getting all nostalgic. I'm not as familiar with baseball uniforms.
Basketball does it all the time now, right? They go with nostalgic stuff.
Oh, good gosh, they don't need an excuse to invent a jersey. If you were like a bench manager for the team, like his birthday, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Seriously, and the city ones, like I get the idea, but so many of them are terrible. I feel like I have yet to like a Bulls city jersey.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't liked any of them. I don't like.
I hated the Christmas Day uniforms.
The shirtsies, yeah,
those were bad.
That shirtsies commercial though, pretty awesome.
Oh yeah,
I like the shirtsies commercial.
John Russell also texted in Philadelphia Philly baby blue uniforms.
Yeah, those were pretty.
Those were nice. Those were pretty cool. I actually was okay with those. Yeah, football was the best though in regards to nostalgia. And then if you go back to college, there were some good ones back in the day too. Like the old BYU uniforms were awesome. The old U uniforms were awesome. The Aggie logos were incredible.
How difficult a job you think it is to be Oregon's equipment manager?
Oh, dude, I'd quit. Unless I got a raise, I quit.
Wait, what uniforms are we wearing?
Yeah, wait. We're taking the old Ducks helmet with our 2007 green jerseys, our 2013 pants, and our 2021 cleats. Get the 2002, not the 2003 gloves, but get the 2002 gloves. And then for our sleeves, we're going to do the 2003A sleeves, not the 2003B sleeves. We're going to do the 2003A sleeves.
Two things. I still think for senior day, they should let Oregon just pick whatever uniforms. Like, they should just be a team of every uniform.
Each player should wear a uniform. Oh, my gosh, that'd be so good.
And second, how has Oregon not invented the Tron helmet yet? I mean, they're basically there.
The Tron helmet?
They're basically there. That's like the only thing left besides the see-through helmet.
Dude, I've always wanted to tour Oregon's facilities.
Oh, I bet they're amazing.
I heard they have a
campus is beautiful.
I heard they have like 5 fountains of different Gatorade flavors. Like you just pushed. It's just Gatorade inside the fountain.
That wouldn't surprise me.
God bless India, dude. I need one of those.
Doesn't take much to impress the recruit that is Ajay Salvesen. What? 5 different fountains of Gatorade?
I'm in. I'm sold.
I am a duck.
I'm sold. I am there. I am a duck.
The funny thing is, do you think, in all seriousness, I feel like if you're a college recruit, like that, not a huge factor because you want, location, playing time, maybe education's important to you. But I feel like back in the day, say like 15 years ago when Oregon really started doing this and you didn't see too much of it, I feel they had to have won recruits over solely on the fact that they changed up the uniforms all the time.
Yeah, because
they had sweet uniforms.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing: like kids love swag, right? Stuff we all get, swag. All right,
that's fair. No, you're right.
And so they want the swag. They get. You get the sweatshirts, the sweats, the socks, the hats, the beanies, everything. You get it all, and then you look at the facility. Like you look at your locker, and it's massive, and there's a 70-inch screen TV that just sits right in front of you.
Yep.
There's all this stuff, and they're upgrading every single year. Thank you, Nike. And,
Seriously.
I mean, they get all this. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you go
They
there.
had to have.
Even as recruits, you're like, all right, and they're like, hey, here's a towel, here's
Like under
some
the
gloves,
Chip
here's some
Kelly
sweats.
years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting hooked up. I need to interview an Oregon player on our podcast. We need to interview an Oregon.
we do.
Just to say, what was it like? Like, what was the swag you got like?
Seriously.
That would be kind of cool.
No, you're right.
That's a good idea.
9315, what do they do when the Oregon uniforms show up wrong for the game?
I feel like I've seen that because they've been really gross sometimes.
Yeah.
Look, you can't fault the equipment manager. He's got like 10 million different combinations to keep track of.
Yeah, that's true. That's why you're getting paid the big bucks. Figure it out.
Can you imagine? One of the things I do is places I move, I collect helmets, like the little football helmets. So I got to get one for Utah State, but I got a Purdue one and I got a New Mexico State one.
That's cool.
Can you imagine if you were doing that? You're like, I'm going to collect all the Oregon helmets. I hope you have a small fortune because it's going to take you years to track them all down.
All right, so we talked in hour number 1 transfer portal, NBA update on the Utah Jazz. Edelman, who's going to retire.
Ajay definitely shed tears.
Dude, I'm telling you. So we've lost our key cog: Gronkowski, Brady, Edelman.
Yep, Chung retired, right?
No,
it was
just COVID issues. So he's coming back.
Who's the other safety retired? Safety retired.
Oh,
I thought it was Chung. Who retired?
I don't think Chung retired. Not that I know of. By the way, I was doing a little bit of research. The Edelman retirement. So people were upset with the way the Patriots did it because they announced we are terminating Julian Edelman's contract.
Right.
And then actually it was a huge favor because it puts him on the injury consolidation list where he gets paid the rest of his contract by the Patriots because they're releasing him via his injury year. So he's going to get paid for his injury year.
Does it stay on their cap still? Or since he announced his retirement, does that wipe that out?
It's the way he wipes it out.
It's called that. That's one of those areas where that's the gray areas that Ajay was talking about. That's one of the few areas where they're not cheating. By the way, I'm correct. Patrick Chung retired.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we are officially screwed then.
Yeah, you're done.
We are
It's
in
over.
tank mode. We are officially out to get Trevor Lawrence's brother.
Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny
from
Lawrence.
The Cobra Kai Dojo.
2029. Coming on up, baby. Just cut your damn hair, though. That's all we're asking for. Hey, so AJ, we didn't do this last week, and we need to do it this week. We're going to get to our Pick 6 results here in the second segment. And I need to know who won.
I
no
do
idea.
too.
Yeah. So we got.
I hope we don't have a certain text messenger that we all got to come up
fetch,
with
man. If
prizes for.
If 24171, we're screwed.
Here's a good question before we move on, just real quick.
Hit me.
So 3426 texted in.
Okay.
And said, talking about the difference in programs and how to pull kids in. I was up in Boise over the weekend, and Boise State aired their preseason spring scrimmage for football and basketball on the radio and television. I decided I would go. I'm definitely not a Boise State fan, but they had almost 8,000 fans just for a preseason football scrimmage. You wouldn't know that Utah State even had a preseason spring scrimmage. Something needs to change here at Utah State. If you're going to be a big blue blood program, you better start doing some of the things the big blue blood programs are doing. Not saying that Boise is, but they are following the footsteps of some of those programs.
Yeah, that's a good point. They sold their. So here's the thing: is that Boise State's Springs game, it costs to get in, and they sold out their tickets. It's free to go to the Utah State game. So that means you have the option to walk into the stadium and watch the spring scrimmage game.
Right.
But it never sells out. It never fills up. It never does.
Well, I think that to your point, Ajay, and to 3426's point, part of it's winning, but I mean, take me back in history here. Even the year after Jordan Love and Utah State, they went 11-1, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Unfortunately, the bowl game was super underwhelming because they're in the Mountain West. But then even the next season, the attendance was
it was shaky.
They won 11 games the year before.
Yeah, it was shaky. I mean, you get the Boise State game, Air Force game, BYU game, all at home, and you get blown out 3 straight games. That doesn't help you. The Gary Anderson era part 2 was really underwhelming in a lot of ways. But you know what? During that 11-2 season, or is that 12-2? I think we beat North Texas in the bowl game, but lost to Michigan State, Boise State. Our attendance was horrible, and it had nothing to do with Utah State. It had everything to do with the fans.
See, so that would be. I mean,
they would complain like Blues. Like I remember, I think Eric had tweeted out like, "Why won't fans go to games?" Like it was San Jose State, beautiful day. I mean, it was like 50 degrees, sunny and clear, and I think the attendance of a 19,000 seat stadium was like 12,000. It was a shame.
Yeah.
And so Eric had tweeted out, I think on the Monday following that, why don't fans come to the games? What are they looking for? And like some person, it was a lady, tweeted out, well, there's not enough entertainment during the timeouts.
That's what you're looking for?
What the heck? Oh, so I'm sorry. Jordan Love throwing for 375 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks, and the offense putting up 62 points isn't entertainment.
Not even that long.
Like, that was the thing. And then they said, well, and then someone said, like, halftime's not entertaining. Some people said, well, and some people brought up the reason, like, there's a basketball game 2 days later, and I want to go watch the basketball game because I've been to the football games. I want to go see a basketball game, and I don't have the money to spend for a football and a basketball game. I can understand that. But you know what Utah State did? They listened to our show, and guess what? They did like a thing where if you bought tickets for the Utah State football game, they would be good admittance. They'd be good for admittance into the Utah State basketball game. It was smart. It was really
no, it is
like
smart.
Utah State's creating ways for reasons for you to go to the games. I mean, we hope the product on the field will be great, but John Hartwell, Ryan McClain, those guys don't control. Jerry Bowie doesn't control whether a guy can throw a ball 30 yards down the field to a receiver accurately and catch it. They have no control over that. What they can control is putting together a package for you and your family to go out and go enjoy a football game. That's what they try to do.
For 3426, winning is a part of it, but I think that's just proof that even when Utah State was really winning it,
they still didn't go, man. I was sitting there. I was in the press box, and it was empty. It was kind of a shame.
Real quick, because I know Cody has something to say. So 9315 says there's somewhere you can go look at the basketball transfer portal. Who's the best player? Cody, I use 247 Sports. I don't know what you've used for research, but I figured I'd ask you.
Yeah, I use verbalcommits.com.
So there you go.
It has the most complete, and it just seemed like there was a lot more to navigate, easier to work with.
And according to this, to answer your second question, I guess Christian Lander was leaving IU and then decided to stay. So the best player in the transfer portal that has not decided yet looks like Adam Miller from Illinois. But so there's what he uses. Cody does our research, so I would take that with a huge statement.
Yeah, stamp of approval.
Stamp of approval. That's the phrase I need.
Anyways, yeah. So the football. I mean, look, and I don't know if the person was asking about radio or TV broadcasting the game. I have no control over that. I'm not sure how that would go and who they would have to talk to. No idea.
3426 Expand says we don't air it on television or put it on the radio. People don't even know they can go up there for free. I've gone to the spring scrimmages at Utah State, not the same. The television and radio deals, that's
above my. I'm not even touching it. It's above my pay grade.
Something,
but
else.
They are free. They've been free for years too. And I know they try to put them out as much as possible. They got a new social media guy right now, Rachel Harris, who is doing a phenomenal job with the social media for Utah State football. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. She is so her and her video crew are just so very talented. And they're trying to promote it as much as possible, that there is a spring game coming up and then it's free for people to go see. And again, I like it's free. And I mean, we still don't get nearly half the attendance there. So I don't know what else to tell you.
Go.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's what I would say.
Yeah, just go. Go. Like,
I think it'd be good to get on early.
If you want it on the if people we want it on the radio and such, give us a reason to want to broadcast it then. Like, I mean, again, I don't know how that whole situation goes. I'm not sure it's above my pay grade, but how about we make the spring game something that the community you want to be there for? Like, and the football team's done all they could.
All right, here we go.
It's on you guys.
We're going to tackle this the same way the MLB has to. So 9463 says, I think the point of those negative comments, I think talking about the lady you mentioned, Ajay, was getting at the fact that football games are just way long. If it starts at 7, kickoff isn't actually till 7:25, clock stops way too much, the breaks in the action are way too long, and unless you're a diehard football fan, keeping a fan's attention from 7 to 11:30 is just too long.
At least it's not baseball.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same issue. That was laying out the same argument baseball faces.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough for me to answer this one because I am a huge football fan, so I am not sitting there thinking, "Oh my gosh, this is taking forever."
I'm working during the game, so my mind's spinning a million miles an hour. So I really don't think, "Oh man, that was a 3.5 hour football game." Okay, well that's not true. I mean, there's a couple of times where I'm like, "Holy crap, let's just get out of here." And it's usually the games where we're getting blown out in.
Yeah, those ones are bad.
Yeah, but I think if you love the game and you love the Aggies, go. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know how else to answer that concern. If you want to be there, go. I mean, go get your tickets and go watch the game and support the team. If you don't want to go, then sit at home and watch it. Then you can go to bed on time. But I mean, being there in person, being live at football games, and for me, who for years watched the games on TVs because my dad and I we didn't have enough money to be able to go to the games in person. And now being able to go in person, it's a different atmosphere and it's a different feel and it's awesome, and it might be cold or whatever, but it's awesome being there, and especially when the Aggies get a win. And I think the same thing goes for basketball. To be at the game is an incredibly different experience. It doesn't matter where you're sitting in the spectrum. To be at the game is incredibly different than being watching on
100%,
TV.
100%.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. Any more text on that?
Yeah, actually. 9315 says, what about a Facebook live stream of the spring game? That would be up to Utah State, I believe.
That's,
that would,
again, if you have any questions or concerns about the broadcast of the game, and I'm not trying to be a cop-out here, I'm just flat out telling you. Now, would it be a great idea? Absolutely.
Yes,
if that's what you're asking, if it's an idea, yeah, that'd be wonderful. But for the idea to be executed, you need to ask Utah State. That is way over my hands and way over my pay grade.
Same thing. 3426 talks about the radio broadcast. I'm not going to go to the whole thing. You should know that for the radio and television broadcast, universities make those deals.
Yep, that's not us. That is not me. That is not us. Yeah, go call Utah State. And I say that politely and respectfully. I really, really do. But you need to take it. And again, is it a great idea? Absolutely. But you need to go to Utah State and express those interests and concerns and go from there.
I'm willing to bet Utah State will listen to anything at this point too. If you have a good idea, go.
They're great about listeing to ideas.
They want people in the stadium. They want people in Spectrum.
Make sure when you're in the conversation, say trademark too, so they can't steal your idea.
Oh, jeez.
Just dibs too, just to be safe.
Jeez.
Let's just be business savvy, Ajay.
All right, 5:23 your time. We're going to take a break. Coming back, we're going to get your Pick 6 results. Later on, we're going to talk Donovan Mitchell versus NBA MVPs. Donovan Mitchell is the best player on the NBA League's best team. If it's the Lakers, the Bucks, the Clippers, the Suns, that guy is the MVP leading candidate. So why isn't Donovan Mitchell? Does the NBA world have a legit argument against Donovan Mitchell? That's all here coming up on the Full Court Press on 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, The Fan.
We've been preparing for this one for a while. Our anniversary sale is months in the making. This is it at Fisher Home Furnishings. We reach out to all of our best name brands for their absolute best deal. Flexsteel, La-Z-Boy, Bassett, Serta, Bernhardt, and Lexington. Find the lowest mark price, then take an additional 15, 20, 25% off. That includes all special orders from our custom design center. 15, 20, 25% off the lowest mark price on all of the best brand names in the furniture, mattress, flooring, and appliances. The anniversary sale at Fisher Home Furnishings, or shop anytime at FisherHF.com.
This is Noelle Cockett, president of Utah State University. USU greatly values organizations that serve our community. One such organization is CAPSA, a critical partner providing additional support to USU students, faculty, and staff impacted by domestic violence. Utah State works closely with CAPSA and often refers individuals for confidential services. Thank you, CAPSA, for supporting our campus community.
When you know CAPSA, you know hope.
This is Jay from Daryl's Appliance. Earth Day is coming up. We have some laundry units that are less stressful on the environment, energy efficient, and won't be in a landfill in 2 years. Our best-selling GE and Speed Queen commercial washers are built to last longer, so you won't have to worry about purchasing a new washer for years to come. Plus, get $20 off our earth-friendly Excelsior laundry detergent with purchase of a select laundry pair. That's at Daryl's, where service always comes first. Daryl's West on Airport Road.
Les Olson Company realizes that having cutting-edge and dependable computer hardware enables the front line of your business to get the job done. They also help you play defense with the most sophisticated IT security products available. Create an all-star work environment with the latest IT products and best support in Cache Valley. Les Olson Company's managed IT is there for you all the way. Visit lesolson.com to learn more.
It's the Full Court Press, weekday afternoons from 4 to 6 on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, The Fan.
Full Court Press, Cody Olson running the board today. Grateful for all he has done for us throughout the past week. He has been great. He's going to head back to Domino's tomorrow and cook me a wonderful pizza.
What's your preference?
Supreme. Domino's, Supreme. By the way, I had your guys' specialty chicken, and I threw up 3 times.
Here, Cody, the answer to this...
I am not a spokesperson.
No, Cody, the answer to this is that's above his pay grade.
That's above my pay grade.
Taking up with Domino's.
That's gonna be our trademark here on the show, isn't it?
I don't know. I just
It's gonna be
work
above
here.
our pay grade.
That
is gonna be our trademark on our show. That is what it's gonna be now.
I'm a fan.
It's above my pay grade.
It's the Full Court Press. Remember, it's above our pay grade.
It's above our pay grade.
All right, we had our pick 6 the last couple of weeks, and we missed last week, or
we did.
2 weeks ago, right? Or
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, we missed last week.
So let's do last week, and then we'll do this week's pick 6 results. If you want to text into our show or for our Guild Mortgage text line, 435-339-0321. Again, 435-339-0321.
So just so I'm clear on the tally, you owe me still, and we both owe Eric?
Yeah, and Eric owes you.
No, Eric gave me mine, right? He gave me the M&Ms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cody was in here for that.
Yeah,
so that
I was.
happened.
So I owe you.
And we both owe Eric.
Hey, dude, Eric went to Orlando, and we covered for him. That's plenty. That's all he needs.
You're right. I'm good.
He got a
You
vacation.
didn't cover for him. You would have been here anyway. I'm covered.
No, I freaking no. I covered for him.
Okay, so now let's get to this and see how this
All
goes.
right. Well, this is for last week. This was Eric and Ajay and myself for the pick 6 on April 1st. The first one was Juice saying points versus Gonzaga. The bar was set at 15.5. He got 29. Eric took the over. Ajay, you took the under, and I took the over. So me and Eric both have one. Donovan Mitchell points versus Chicago. Bar set at 26.5. He had 26. So that was pretty close. Eric took the over. Ajay took the under. You got that one. I took the over. Innings pitched.
So we're all split at 1.
Yeah, everyone's at 1.
Yep.
Innings pitched by Jake Arrieta versus the Pirates. Bar set at 6.5. He pitched 6. Eric took the over.
I took the under.
You did take the under.
Half is a terrible line,
Yeah,
by the way.
dude. I won anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could do 1/3, 2/3, because that's right, whatever.
Yeah, at the end of that one, Eric at 1, Ajay and myself both at 2. Jalen Suggs points versus UCLA. Bar set at 22.5. He had 16. Eric took the under. Ajay took the under. I took the under. Okay. Donovan points versus the Magic. Bar set at 18.5. Eric took the over. Ajay took the over. I took the over. So we're all there pretty quickly. Eric's at 3. Ajay,
I'm at 4.
Are at 4. I am also at 4.
Uh-oh.
Lakers versus Clippers. Kawhi points 15.5. He had 19. Eric took the over. Ajay took the over. I took the over. We all got that one.
Still in the lead.
Tiebreaker versus Gonzaga. Points versus UCLA. Bar set at 80.5. They had 93 with overtime. Eric took the under. Ajay took the over, and I took the over.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ajay. You tied with me.
Okay.
So Eric owes both of you.
So Eric, now Eric goes both. So wait, that evens up me and Eric up.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go with this week, and then with this we had a specialty.
Yes,
because 2417
made all the picks.
Hopped in, and so if 2417 wins, he gets our cookies.
Yes, he
No,
that you already ate.
I only ate one of them so far.
Okay.
And a half. I'll take the over.
All right. Our first one was Damian or Donovan points. More scored. And everybody except 2417 took Donovan Mitchell, which got it right. Brooklyn made 3s. I forgot who they played, but I did look
The
it
Lakers.
Up. Yep. And
they didn't play well.
They did not. The bar was set at 14.5. They had 9. Ajay took the over. AJ took the over. I took the under, and so did 2417.
Oh, fetch, man. Here
He's
we
on
go.
his way. He's coming.
He's not 241. Dude, if he wins, you know what you got to do with that board. Be ready for it. Just saying.
Here we go. Oakland Marlins and Pirates, who will win their next game? Fun fact, none. None of them won. Nobody got it. Nobody got it.
Up, really?
They were a 1-6 that Thursday we made the pick, so they were the 3 worst teams.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right, and the next one is the Jazz versus Portland Suns versus Clippers. Who's going to win? AJ, you took both to win.
Nope.
Ajay, you took the Suns to lose, Jazz to win. You got that one right. And I got that one right as well, but 2417 did not.
Yes! Okay, so what's the score?
Currently right now,
I don't think I have a
AJ,
point.
you were at 0.
Yep.
Ajay, you were at 1. And me and 2417 are both at 2.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
He's gonna beat us.
I'm going to owe everybody.
I know, right?
Okay, how many we got left? 2? 1?
3.
We got 3
more.
left, dude.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Donovan attempted shots
Hail
at the
Marys.
Kings. Bar set at 24.5. They had 31. AJ took the under.
Yep.
I
Ajay
took the
took
over.
the under.
Oh!
No, you didn't. I took the under, and so did 2417. That's a blank for everybody.
Oh, man. Oh, we dodged a bullet, AJ. We would have been done for, dude.
Here we go. This
We
is
would have
it.
been done for.
Celtics Nuggets. Jokic 13.5 rebounds. AJ took the over. Ajay took the under. I took the over. 2417 also took the under.
What did he have?
Here we go. He had 10.
No!
Yeah, that's it.
This is my worst
AJ
statistics
knows.
of all time.
So what's the score?
Okay, so AJ's at 0. Ajay, you have 2. I have 2, and 2417 has 3.
Oh, he beat us! Hit
Leo,
it! Hit it! You know what to do! Hit it!
What am I hitting?
You know what? The air raid, man. Give him the air raid.
Here we go.
2417 created it.
Here we go.
Yes.
Jokic versus Celtics triple dub. He did get it. AJ, you got that one. Ajay didn't. I said yes. I got that one. 2417 said no. So me and 2417 tied at 3.
Wait. That was number 6?
That was the tiebreaker.
That was
that was the tiebreaker.
All right, tiebreaker's worth 75 points for me. I win.
Dude, so
can't believe I didn't get a
2417. I don't even know. Is 2417 listening to us today? He's probably tuned out. He's probably like,
Well, we have not heard from 2417 today.
he's not here today. All right, so 2417 did not win.
You promised him the art picture. I believe that was the promise.
That's true.
I'll have to get him something. I still got to get Eric something. Man, I owe everybody something.
Man, you are just...
I'm going to get broken kneecaps from the Pick 6 full court press.
I just need more time, man. I need more time.
I'll get you your things, I swear.
Time is
I swear.
I'll get it to you, man. I swear.
I'll get you your treat. I promise. Promise. It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, Fetch. That's too much fun. All right, so 2417.
Congratulations.
But, you know, he has to be present... Present while
today.
Yeah, so he's not here, so he doesn't win then.
Wow.
Dang.
9315 said, "Here comes the whine from Ajay being the GOAT about losing pick 6."
No, I'm actually kind of happy. I mean, I didn't finish dead last.
Well, that's true. Yes. Worth noting as well that maybe it just takes a little courageousness to make your pick 6 picks as well.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, I'm saying 2417 was like, oh yeah, let's do it, and then they made all of them.
Okay, so
I had the guts to do it.
2417, if you're listening, text in to let us know you're alive and well. Because I have no idea.
We will send out a search party if not.
We will all text you if you are not listening. Find you.
I need you to find someone. What do you know about them? Their last 4 digits are 2417.
Really sassy. A lot of sauce in the tone of text.
Yeah.
We create this identity that looks like half of like Leonardo DiCaprio and Matthew.
Well, you already named
on Coke.
Leon Rice, right?
Yeah.
You got to start nicknaming some of the other listers.
I know.
You got regulars.
So, dude, 2417's Air Raid.
Well, that's a great nickname.
Yeah, that's Air Raid because he created the Air Raid siren.
All right, Air Raid is absent.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's crazy. 2-4. Oh, man. Picked a bad day to miss. All right.
Dang.
Anyways, yeah, good stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and take a break. Come back. We're going to talk Donovan Mitchell versus MVP's favorite. This is an interesting conversation because it's getting juicier by the week as the Jazz continue to hold the NBA's best record in the league, but the disrespect from, as Utah Jazz fans would call it, because he's not being even close to being considered a MVP in the NBA. We'll talk about why and if it's right or wrong. It's all coming up on the Full Court Press on 106.9 The Fan.
There's a lot of strain on various industries right now. Supply stretched thin as demand is at an all-time high. If you are building or remodeling and are looking for ideas for stone to face your home, it's crazy. Coldwater Stone in Tremont and Castellite in Logan want to take that frustration and challenge away from you. They are a local homegrown business with stone products made by Coldwater and sold by Castellite. Stop in and make your choice today for brick, block, rock, paver, and tile. Go where the pros go. Online at Castellite.com.
It's that first kiss, that moment in time.
Engagement season is in full swing, and Jarek's Fine Jewelry has been helping hundreds of couples find the perfect ring. If you are getting engaged, you have to come browse our collections. Sometimes you may find the perfect ring in just a minute, or we can help you custom create your own design. Oh, and with Mother's Day almost here, talk to us about designing the perfect mother's ring.
Jarek's Fine Jewelry. Make it special, make it Jarek's.
Is your business hiring now or in the future? Or are you looking for a new job or career change? Plan to participate in or attend the Cache Valley Media Group Job Fair, Thursday, April 22nd at Castle Manor in Hyde Park from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss this opportunity to visit with hundreds of potential employees looking for work or to change careers. Call 752-1390 or go to CacheValleyDaily.com to get involved in the job fair at Castle Manor, Thursday, April 22nd, presented by Cache Valley Media Group.
Hi, this is James Stevens with White Pine Funeral Services. At White Pine, we value compassion, integrity, and service. We are committed to serving you and treating your family as our family. We will be here when you need us most, to listen, to help, and to provide exactly what your circumstances require. At White Pine, we promise to dedicate our time and attention to you and your family. We invite you to come by and meet us. We're confident you'll feel a difference.
This is Ryan, My Mattress. I have a little bit of a bone to pick with online bed-in-a-box mattresses. If value is the combination of price and quality, these beds are not a good value. They cost about $1,000 and they last about 3 years. That's not a very good ratio. At My Mattress, you can get a $799 Sealy Posturepedic that will last you 10 plus years. The best value is at My Mattress. Isn't it time to sleep exceptionally?
It doesn't matter who you root for. The Full Court Press has all the high school sports covered. The Full Court Press. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and online at 1069thefan.com.
Full Court Press. Gotta put that back on. It doesn't
Ajay
look.
broke his microphone.
It looks like it doesn't. It's not what you think it is. I know what you were thinking there, AJ. You calm down over there. AJ Knight, Ajay, Salvesen, Cody Olton running the board. 435-339-0321 to text into our Guild Mortgage text line. Here is a question for you, our wonderful listeners, both Jazz haters and Jazz lovers. Donovan and Rudy, from, according to NBA.com, Yahoo, Hoops, Hype, and NBC, and this is credit to Cody doing great work on the research, those who have publicly shared their quote-unquote MVP ladders, Donovan and Rudy go unranked in 3 of the 4 ladders. According to Odds Makers, which is sports betting Diamond Vegas Insider, only Donovan ranks in the top 10 and for only 1 of those ladders. Furthermore, Quinn Snyder faces steep competition for Coach of the Year. He's going up against Monte Williams of the Suns and Tom Thibodeau of the New York Knicks. With their incredible talent, with the resume they have, the numbers they're putting up, defensively and offensively, how is this possible? Honestly, because Donovan Mitchell is the 4th player to score 35-plus points in 3 consecutive games. He joins Karl Malone, Adrian Dantley, and Pete Maravich to do so. How does the Jazz not have a so-called larger presence in the MVP and Coach of the Year conversation? What do they need to do to get there? Because here's my conspiracy theory. AJ, Lakers, Suns, Clippers, Bucks, Celtics, 76ers are all teams that if they're in this same spot, it's a runaway for MVP and Coach of the Year for their team.
Well, yeah, it was because look at the 76ers proved that this year, right? They were the first seed in the East, and everyone said, "Oh, it's Embiid's. He's not going to lose it. He's the MVP." And then he got hurt because he always gets hurt. And then all of a sudden the conversation opened back up. I'm with you. I think it's definitely conspiracy theory. Now, for the record, I don't think that Quinn Snyder is necessarily a runaway for Coach of the Year. I thought, yes, Monty Williams, but also taking Monty Williams away because I think Chris Paul's doing more coaching than Monty Williams is. But Thibodeau, I think, deserves a lot of love because, let's be honest, it's the Knicks and they're in the playoffs. And they're terrible. They're just terribly run franchise. So I think he deserves some love. But I'm with you. It's disrespectful, I think, that Mitchell's not in the top 10, basically, in all of them. Because in all honesty, who's it going to be? It can't be LeBron. Because once you get injured, and especially for an extended
how much
period,
time he's missed,
it's not AD.
How much time he's missed, I should say.
I really don't think it's not Giannis.
It's not Giannis.
Embiid's been out. I mean, who does that leave out of the top teams? I guess Harden just because, but he's been missing time. Who? How am I listing all these players that have been injured, therefore been knocked down a few pegs, and Donovan's not in there?
So right now, this is what it looks like. As of right now, these are the NBA MVP standings. Nikola Jokic is at 1.
That's fair. I mean,
James Harden's at 2. Giannis is at 3. Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers is at 4.
Hard pass.
LeBron James is at 5. Rudy Gobert is 6. Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Luka Doncic, and Damian Lillard round out the top 10. And here's something interesting for you, okay? Here's a list of the best teams, or the teams with the best record in the NBA, and where their best player and their coach finished in the ranks of MVP and Coach of the Year, respectively. Okay? In 2020, Giannis was the MVP. Mike Budenholzer finished second in the Coach of the Year candidate ranking. Toronto, Pascal Siakam was 10th. Nick Nurse was first. Lakers had LeBron James and Anthony Davis at 2nd and 6th, and Frank Vogel was 5th. Let's see, Stephen Curry, Steve Kerr in 16 won it, and Stephen Curry was the MVP. In 15, same thing. Well, I guess Steve Kerr was 2nd, and Stephen Curry was 1st. With the Spurs in 16, Greg Popovich was 3rd, Kawhi Leonard was 2nd. So the trend is that even though the team's really good, doesn't guarantee you a Coach of the Year award. In fact, more often than not, does the player win the MVP, but the Coach of the Year does not.
Well, yeah, it said, so the breakdown that Ajay's reading from is teams that have won at least 70% of their games, and they have now, so 100% of them had a top 10 MVP candidate or a top 5 Coach of the Year candidate. 80% of them had a top 5 MVP candidate or top 5 Coach of the Year candidate. But the point is that first one, and it breaks it down from there further, but 100% of them had a top 10 MVP candidate or a top 5 Coach of the Year candidate. I would imagine, I don't know if you have the breakdown, but I would imagine Snyder's probably in the top 5 for Coach of the Year.
Oh, if he's not number 3, it's horrible.
He has to be, but the point is that they probably also should have at least one top 10 MVP candidate.
So is there a legitimate gripe for a guy like Donovan Mitchell not to be in the MVP conversation?
I think so. His individual stats are good enough. They're on the best team, so they're winning. I don't know what the argument against is, at least giving him some respect. And doesn't mean he should win necessarily, but he should be in there.
And so let me ask our fans if they'll play the devil's advocate for me. Why isn't Donovan Mitchell in the running? 435-339-0321. Tell me why Donovan Mitchell would not be in the running for the MVP award.
9315 says small market and no national homes in the media. That's a huge factor.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of national media attention on Utah. I get that. I understand. And they're, they are a small market team. I also understand that. But small market teams have won MVP awards. What?
2776, nobody plays Utah on 2K.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not ready for that.
That was a harsh response by LeBron, but he was right. I mean, how many times did you go to NBA Jam and you're like, oh, let me get Stockton and Malone?
Nope.
That still doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Bulls.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Rodman.
I took Starks and Viewing over Stockton and Malone. I took Clyde Drexler and Akeem Olajuwon over Stockton and Malone. I took Kevin Johnson and Barkley over Stockton and Malone.
9310 says Donovan isn't the most efficient shooter.
That is true. He has struggled shooting. But man, when he turns it on, it's incredible. And the thing is LeBron might struggle shooting, but then he turns it on the fourth quarter, and the next day it's LeBron lights up the Hornets for 33 points, even though he went like 12 of 52.
Again, to me, The argument, so I guess it depends on how you define it. So they have this argument every year.
Yeah.
Is it the player that's the most valuable to his team? Is it the most valuable, the best stat getter for the year? And this seems to fluctuate year in and year out. But the thing is that usually winning is a big factor. Check. Jazz are number 1 seed. Stats are a big factor. Donovan, I can't remember what it said. Top 10 in terms of points per game?
Yes.
Got the stats. Invaluable to his team, I don't know if you replace him with a league average player. The Jazz in the playoffs, maybe in the bottom half of the bracket.
And isn't it like it's not how you start but how you finish? Like in his last 3 games right now, he's had 42 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 37 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 41 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. Like, I mean, sometimes we just try to reach so high to figure out reasons and excuses not to have a guy be an MVP when he clearly is one. That we convince ourselves that he's not an MVP when Donovan Mitchell, I think, is.
I think he's definitely a candidate. I mean, the bottom line is it just means that clearly if the media is going to treat him this way, imagine how they're going to react if he does lead them to a championship. You're not going to be able to come up with an excuse for that one.
And by the way, the Jazz, 2 stars, Gobert and Mitchell since the All-Star break. Rudy Gobert is 15.5 points per game, 14 boards, 3 blocks, shooting 72% on a true shooting percentage. Donovan Mitchell, 28 points per game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 61% true shooting percentage. That's not bad. I'm not sure, and I mean, I'm not sure where that ranks in the NBA right now as a duo. But speaking of duo, Donovan Mitchell was the first Jazz player with 3 straight 35-point games since Karl Malone, right? I mean, it's like, again, Karl Malone, and I think that was the year, actually, no, that was in 93, so Karl Malone was not MVP that year. I believe Michael Jordan was. But, I mean, we're just trying way too hard to find reasons why he shouldn't be in that list.
I agree, because I think ultimately...
Hey, did we say Devin Booker in that top 10 category, by the way? We did not, did we? No.
No, but see, what I was going to get to is that the announcers or the play-by-play team for that Jazz Suns game were talking about the two of them, how they deserve more respect, and he was half right. Donovan Mitchell does. Devin Booker doesn't. I don't know how many times we're going to say this on the full court press. He's not even the best player on his team. He's not. It's Chris Paul. Because Devin Booker's doing things this season that he does every season. And you know what the result were the last few seasons? They're in the lottery.
Yeah, that's true, but it looks different when you're winning. I mean, you're right. You're 100% right. But to the National Basketball Association world, it looks like Devin Booker, because he's leading the team in scoring, is the leading candidate of that team.
See, and that's just ignorance.
You're right. You're 100% right.
It's ridiculous. Chris Paul deserves to be in the top 10 of MVP. Based solely on the most valuable to his team.
Has he ever won an MVP?
No,
I don't think he has.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think. I don't think he has. What do you got, AJ?
He finished second in MVP voting 13 years ago.
That's better than I thought. I didn't know he was that close. Who did he lose to?
Wait, let me guess. 13 years ago was in 08, right? Was that 08, 09?
07, 08.
07, 08? So that was either LeBron James or Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, you'd have to be right. It's got to be one of those two.
I think it was LeBron.
During Dwight's run? Dwight never won MVP, did he?
No, he did. I want to say he won it in 2010 when they went to the finals.
He won Defensive Player of the Year, I think, 3 straight years.
Oh, that's what it was.
2776 guesses Nash.
He lost. Chris Paul lost to Kobe Bryant in 08.
Yeah.
07, Steve Nash won it, I believe.
Yeah, because Steve Nash robbed Kobe Bryant of the MVP.
Steve Nash lost in 07. Steve Nash lost to Dirk Nowitzki. Kobe Bryant took up third.
Oh, that was a 61 team, that Mavericks team that got beat by the Warriors in the first round.
Yeah, I think the Warriors take to get to 8. So a couple text messages. So
hit me.
9315 says, if Booker was better than Paul, he'd have a State Farm commercial.
Oh, jeez. Thank the Lord he's not there.
At 8003, he is. I mean, those guys, look, they could swap in and out anytime. And 8003 says, it's just like the Full Court Press is not the most popular show in Utah sports radio. It should be, though. They have the sports radio MVP. Ajay should be getting some state love statewide, probably even nationally.
Mr. Frandsen, did you hear that? I'm a statewide MVP. Thank you, 8003.
Oh, my goodness.
2776, he spelled AJ wrong.
Dang.
You're going to, dude, you know what? y'all listeners are going to miss AJ. This is his last time here on the show for a while
Eric's
now.
definitely not going to let me be on for a while.
He's not
going to let Cody on for a while.
I'm going to be gone for like 4 days. I'm like, AJ's going to be here. Nah, I'll just go solo. AJ's going to be here. Nah, I'm just going to go solo.
Hashtag turn on AJ and Cody's mic.
We don't know. No. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like what Kobe Bryant was in like 2009. Hey, you've got some good help. Nah, I'm just going to do it on my own.
Oh, yeah, that was one of my favorite memes where it was like, Pau Gasol takes a shot, Kobe dunks it, alley-oop. By the way, speaking of MVPs, unless my 2K is wrong, and I've got 2K21, Shaq only has one?
Yep.
Talk about travesties.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Most dominant big man in the world in the NBA history only has one MVP. Steve Nash won it back-to-back, didn't he? Do you have that list? I want to say Steve Nash won it 2 years in a row.
I think we have it, don't we? Oh, no, that was candidates. Sorry.
Yeah, I just have candidates.
Yeah, I want to say Steve Nash won it back-to-back years.
I believe he did.
And one of those years robbed Kobe Bryant, if I'm not mistaken. And it might have been 06 because Kobe Bryant had that 81-point game. Is that 06?
Nash won 04-05 and 05-06.
Yep.
Duncan also won back-to-back 102 and 02-03.
Yeah, that 02-03 year, he robbed Shaq. Shaq should have been the MVP. Then I think Shaq went and just absolutely killed Duncan in the Western Conference Finals that year on their way to a title. Like Shaq murdered Duncan.
Also, if I remember correctly, from my 2K as well, Shaq was one vote shy of the first unanimous MVP, and he still is not. He still holds a grudge about it.
He holds a grudge about everything.
That's true.
He does.
Shaq is pretty.
Someone needs to feed him more Oreos. Shut him up.
Him and Charles can go eat.
I love Charles. Dude, I love
Charles
when they
Barkley.
yell at each other, though.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Dude, he's like, I'm going to throw a chicken wing and you're fat. I love that stuff. All right, let's take a break. Coming back, we're going to wrap up the Full Court Press here on 106.9 The Fan.
Cache Valley is absolutely beautiful. It's always fun to be outdoors. And now is the time to let the Allergy Clinic inside the Cache Valley Hospital help with venom testing for spring and summer. The Allergy Clinic offers testing and treatment to life-threatening stings from honeybees, yellow jackets, white-faced hornets, yellow hornets, and wasps. Independent physicians Benyon, Blotter, and Robinette offer Cache Valley a full-time allergy clinic in 2 locations, Providence and inside the Cache Valley Hospital. The Allergy Clinic accepts most insurances, including SelectMed. Call the Allergy Clinic at 753-7880, 753-7880.
They can put your logo on it because that's what they do at the Logo Shop. They can put your logo on anything from pens and mugs to golf balls and clocks. The Logo Shop is also the place for your team shirts and uniforms. So if your team wants to look good, call the Logo Shop and order your team uniforms today. Colors, logo, and everything else looking just like you want it to. Get your team shirts and uniforms from the Logo Shop. Call them to get a bid or just drop by 40 South Main in Logan.
The Logo Shop. Logo stuff. The Logo Shop.
This, keep it on the down low here, is the Dan Patrick Show. They didn't go, hey, you know what? We have 16. Why don't we go to 15? Why don't we go to 14? But the NFL with 17 games? All right. More fantasy, more gambling. Yeah, more money. Yes.
Feels like we're entering the load management era of NFL with all these games. I'm going to sit this week 9 out.
Dan Patrick. The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
Here's Chad Norton, the lawn doctor, with another tip for your lawn.
It's been a wet, cool, crazy year for your lawn. Soil temperatures have been slow to warm up. Over the next few weeks, you'll see weeds fight for space and try to take over your lawn. Dandelions pack about 200 seeds on each flower. Those seeds can blow up to 5 miles and live up to 7 years. We can help you win the weed battle. Call the Lawn Doctor at 753-LAWN or go to lawndoctor.com.
This is Jay from Daryl's Appliance. Earth Day is coming up. We have some laundry units that are less stressful on the environment, energy efficient, and won't be in a landfill in 2 years. Our Maytag front-load washers use less water and clean amazingly well. Plus, get $20 off our earth-friendly Excelsior laundry detergent with the purchase of select laundry pairs. That's at Daryl's, where service always comes first. Daryl's, west on Airport Road.
See Daryl's Appliance in beautiful downtown Benson.
Another Full Court Press show is coming to a close, but you can find them on Twitter. Follow Eric Frandsen at eFrandsen and Ajay Salvesen at Ajay Salvi. If you missed today's episode, find it on 1069thefan.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's home for sports. It's the Full Court Press on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
It is the Full Court Press. I'm Ajay, Salvesen, AJ Knight, Cody Olson running the board. Big thanks to Cody running the board for us throughout the past few days. AJ, been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
No, anytime, man. You know I'm happy to be here.
We are going to hopefully, we're working on this a little bit, but AJ's going to be, for our listeners' sake, he's going to be a big part of what we're going to be doing in the spring and summer, so you will be hearing from him a lot.
And for what it's worth, sounds like self-pub, and it is a little bit, but Ajay and I do have a podcast, and I think the last few episodes, but I think we put together some really good episodes.
It's been fun.
This past one was our last 20th. It was our 20th episode.
Crap. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We'll have our draft episode coming up here very shortly.
Be a good one too.
It's going to be a blast. A big thanks to everybody who's participating in our show, 435-339-0321, who have all texted into our Guild Mortgage text line. If you want to find our show, go to 1069thefan.com. 1069 The Fan mobile app has it. Or wherever you find our podcast. Cody does a great job of cutting all the audio and getting it on our podcast.
Yes, he does.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Our promos have been great because of Cody. So thank you, everybody. Is that 20 seconds
20
left?
seconds,
Okay,
yep.
I thought you were giving me like the count of 2 and then 0. I was like,
2,
well,
1 now,
fetch, we're screwed.
10 seconds.
Again, a big thanks to everybody, though. Tomorrow's show, Eric will be back. We'll get back at it with our stat and player of the week. Coming up, Odd Couple here with Rob Parker and that.